He's like, oh, she wants to take a nap. Trip canceled.
What's up, everybody? The Big 100. Your boys D and El Kakui. We have, man, so much shit for you this week. Cavino's back, and I'm excited. I don't know about you, El Cavino. I called you El Cavino, dog. That's how stoked I am for this fucking episode. El Kakui, I don't know how excited you are, but I'm fucking stoked that Cavino's back this week. So,
Yeah, no,
you ready, man?
he brought the heat. He can't. I mean, I know he keeps saying that he had fog brain or whatever he was saying, but he's selling himself short because he brought the heat.
He did, man. I know it was definitely a good week, even though we only had him for 4 days. You know, he was off Monday, he was back Tuesday, but you know what? Let's fucking not even get into this shit right now. Who do we got to bring in, El Kakui? Who's going to help us launch episode number 100?
Baseline, motherfucking track.
On the road to the riches, cause it's all about the paper. Now buckle up your seats and prepare for the journey. Let the music ease your soul, grab a spliff and start burning. Relax with us and take a trip to the heavens. And come and spend a day in the 757.
What's up, everybody? Your boy D, El Kakui. We've been here rocking it for I don't know how many episodes together, but fucking together right now, we are entering episode number 100. El Kakui, welcome to the show, man.
Hey, man, thank you. It's great to be here. Episode 100, man. That's a lot.
Hell yeah, man. I'm excited. I'm just excited that we've been here. You know, we're finally getting into a groove. It takes, you know, I have a designated location now to record. You know, I think little by little we're getting there. So by episode 200, we might fucking have a fucking studio in downtown LA that we're gonna have to drive to every day. You know,
Yeah,
one of those big things.
I'm kind of in a non-semi-permanent situation myself. So hopefully next month or two, I'm in a permanent setup as well, and keep bringing the heat. You know, we got to give the people what they want.
Oh man, speaking of the heat, we had Mr. Steve Cavino back in the studio this week. And well, not in studio, but on the air, and he was definitely bringing the heat because this motherfucker was fucking ready. He came out swinging. I know at the end of Tuesday's show, he was like, "I hope I didn't bore anybody." Fucking speaking for myself, fucking not a second was I bored.
Nope. It reminded me, you know, of the fire he had, because even when he was at Maxim, he had a little extra fire back then. Like younger Cavino was a little fiery, you know, as he's gotten older and he's tried to grow, and you know, and he's changed, you know, with having a kid and everything, and as we all have. But this heat right here definitely reminded me of passionate, fired up Steve Cavino at his best.
You know what? I never got to enjoy the Maxim days. You know, I started listening after Maxim, but I've listened to all of the, you know, best of the year fucking 100 million times. So I kind of get the gist of what you're saying. I didn't get to experience it firsthand and listen every day like you did. But man, it was definitely cool because I feel like, you know, he a lot of times now is a lot more reserved. Like you said, you know, he's a little bit older, he has a kid. And I think a lot of times he's kind of like, you know, that's why we have the sauna of rage, because he's not raging during the show that much anymore, you know?
Right.
And for us to have him come out swinging where he was like, you know what, fuck this, you know, I'm upset, I'm fucking irritated, and let's fucking go, you know? It was like the top 3 reasons why I'm fired up. Yeah. Let's go. So, yeah, man, I fucking loved it. There was so much shit that went on this week, and I mean, I don't even know where you want to get started with some of the shit that he was fired up about. What do you want to get started with?
It was radio gold. It was great. I just was curious. Like he said, he can't shit after COVID, and yeah. So that's fucked up, number one, because you know, that's one of the worst feelings in the whole world. But my big question is if you get COVID and you can't shit, why did all the dummies buy all the toilet paper? When COVID cracked off, like if you can't shit already, you don't need 300 rolls in your fucking storage fucking cabinet.
You know what? I mean, maybe you know what? It was very early in their defense. It was very, very early into the pandemic, so maybe they didn't know that they were going to get fucking constipated, you know?
What, were they blowing boogers? They were blowing their nose or what?
Maybe they were home. They had a lot of tissues to nut in, you know? So I don't know.
Maybe they had a lot of hard-eating issues, bro.
I'm possibly, but you know what? One of the things, I've had a lot of surgery in my fucking life. I love surgery, so you know, I fucking kidding. That was a fucking a fucking tipping of the hat to Theo Vaughn. He always says he loves surgery. But dog, I've had a lot of surgery, and I remember when I fucking broke my leg in 2009, and I was in the hospital in Vegas for a week. And
Oh shit.
dog, I didn't shit for fucking ever, right? I was in there for an entire week from like Friday to Friday, right? And
He didn't drop a number 3 at least once?
no, dog, because you're so fucking they shoot you with so much fucking medicine as you're fucking like, having your surgery and shit. Like they were pumping me with shit like on the way to the fucking hospital, and then once I got to like a little hospital on Needles, they were like, oh,
Oh, you were in the hospital in Needles?
Doug, we wrecked, yeah.
What they have like 3 rooms? What was
no,
that
no
like?
shit, no shit. So listen, this is what happened. So we wrecked, and they fucking drove me to the hospital of Needles, which was like fucking like I don't know, like 5 minutes away or whatever. Once I got there, they were able to take an X-ray, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you're fucked. We can't do anything for you fucked. Here." So they fucking just started fucking pumping me with shit because they were like, "We're gonna fly you to Vegas." So the helicopter got there, Doug, and not only is like Needles fucking like little and shitty, Doug, fucking I'm 6'2", so I'm
was
not
it
like
TC from Magnum PI? Did he fly you?
Doug, whoever it was a fucking dumbass. Because check this out, they get me in the fucking helicopter, and they can't close the fucking helicopter door, right? Because I'm too fucking long, right? So they
how
get
tall
me in
are
there.
you, bro? Are you Shaq or what?
Doug, I'm only 6'2". But what happened? Look at they tried to get me in, they couldn't. So I fucking tilted my feet like this, and they fucking were able to close the door. And I was like, these motherfuckers, like I was like, I'm glad I'm leaving this hospital because these people are fucking dumb, right? So it was when they flew me to Vegas, they were already pumping me with shit, right? So then I get to Vegas, the doctor's like, oh yeah, your shit's broken, you're fucked, all right. So then they fucking take me into surgery and fucking, start pumping me with more shit. So by the time, Doug, they're pumping me with all the painkillers, the morphine, the anesthesia, you're not fucking shitting, Doug. I don't care how fucking, and at the same time, you're not really eating, Because I was fucked, I think. Oh, you know what? I remember, Doug, I haven't thought about this in like 12 years. Well, when we got to Needles, I remember I was like, oh, fuck. As soon as like they laid me on the table, because they were like, they're like, we're going to take x-rays.
I would not want to be in a hospital in a town fucking named Needles, bro. I don't even like needles, let alone go to the hospital there.
Well, check this out. So I'm right there, and before we left town, we got in and out, right? So when we wrecked, a couple hours later, I'm in the hospital at Needles, and I'm like, hey, they're trying to take my x-rays, and they're like, oh, it's going to be real quick. I'm like, no, I'm going to throw up. And they're like, no, you'll be okay. And I was like, no, I'm going to throw up. And they're like, okay, right? And then so they fucking come, they bring me one of those pink baskets,
Yeah.
And I fucking, Doug, I'm like all like strapped to the table and shit. So all I can do is like turn my head like this. So I turn my head and just fucking projectile vomit, dog. Like this.
Oh.
Ah! Right? I just fucking, it comes out like on a fucking scary movie, right?
Like the Garbage Pail Kids stickers back in the day or what?
So they're fucking holding their fucking pink container like this. And it's just nothing but fucking in and out, dog. So you just look, it was fucking disgusting. And then after that, dog, I didn't eat for like a week because I was fucked up, But
Damn.
So, going back to Covino, I think part of it is, I don't know if the COVID makes you constipated, but definitely, I'm sure, all the medication they had him on probably had him fucking constipated. So,
I know there was a couple of times where I didn't drink beer for like 2 years or, a year or what. I just didn't drink. I go on these little fucking vacations from alcohol. And there will be times when I don't drink. Like if I'm drinking beer, no problem, bro. Number 3s all day. But if I'm not drinking beer, dude, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I get like that too, and that's no COVID.
Yeah, not fucking. You know what though? Oh my goodness, I never forget this. So the most fucking humbling experience I ever had in my entire fucking life is, because Spot mentioned it. He was like, they're not gonna they won't let you leave the hospital until you actually shit,
Okay.
Well, fucking day fucking like 7 or whatever, as I'm laying there, and they're like, all right, well, before you leave, you need to shit,
Yeah.
So finally, Doug, I'm able to shit. And I remember, Doug, I fucking had a broken hand and a broken leg, right?
Okay.
So this whole right side of my body is fucked, right? And so I had to fucking call some nurse to come and wipe my ass, Doug.
Really?
And yeah, that, dog, if you've never fucking if you ever want to feel like you're this fucking big in your whole life, you ever need to be humbled and fucking just like, if you're ever feeling like too fucking manly or you're too fucking this or that, have
Yeah.
somebody wipe your ass, dog. You won't fucking, you come down to earth so fucking quick, dog.
Was she at
And
least hot?
fuck no, dog. Some old
All right,
lady.
who cares?
Still though, dog. You don't give a fuck.
I think you just look her in the
Like,
eye and smile.
no, I remember. What do you call it?
Hey,
What's up?
hey, you give her the vato nod, bro. You make eye contact and give her a vato nod.
No, I remember, Doug. I remember I was apologizing. I was like, I'm so I apologize. I'm so and she was like, don't worry. She was like, I tell my husband, she's like, that's why I go to work every day to go and wipe some asses.
Oh,
I was
wow.
like, all right, well, fucking have at it, lady.
Speaking of Spot, man, you know what? I got a request, man.
What's up?
He needs to come out with a candle that covers up ass ripping. He needs to get a candle that targets fucking ass whipping, and he needs to call like Choro Monstoro or like Bueli Pedo or something. But he needs to come out with a candle that covers up the fucking smell of fucking stank ass.
Hey, do you know if that fucking poopery shit actually works?
Yeah, I think it's all right. I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah, because I last time I was like at, I don't know, fucking Walmart or something. They had it right there, like right before you pay, and I was like, did I get some of that shit? Because I don't know, dog. Sometimes I be fucking having to burn a couple trees down just to fucking
Oh, I know all
fucking
about
get
burning trees down.
you know.
I burned some down before the show started. As matter of fact, I don't even fuck with potpourri. When I'm getting my swishers at the liquor store, I get that ghetto ass incense for 10 cents a stick.
Fuck, dog. I haven't. Those remind me of like '98 and shit. Do you remember fucking those were the shit back in the day?
Yeah, before they had Febreze.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
remember that.
I just I feel like, you know what though. I feel
Was
like
it
those
Nam
work.
Champa or whatever the hippies used to burn?
I feel like they work better than even like Febreze and all that shit.
You know what
Because
works? You know what works best?
what?
Burn some bread or tortillas, bro. Cover anything up.
For real, especially if you get that little piece of tortilla that catches on flames and shit. Those incense, you know what? The reason why I think they actually work so good is because they're actually letting off like some smoke, you know? And I feel like when
Yeah,
you light a match or something, every time like you light a match or something like that, it'll clear up any smell, you know?
for sure.
But you know, I'm trying to think of some of the things. Oh, you know what? That's one of the things I wanted to cover. It's something that they did cover this week. And I want to talk about Rich's opinion on it. The comeback of Dexter. Have you caught it?
I did. I actually did catch it. And you know what? I agreed with Rich and I disagree with Rich on that one.
Mhm.
Have you caught the show yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did agree that it was a little slow, but what's Dexter supposed to do? Come out and whack people in the fucking first 10 minutes? So all it did was leave me intrigued for episode 2, because now, there's a lot of storylines at the end that kind of unfolded with Harrison finding him and him accepting Harrison. So I want to see how that goes down with the cop girlfriend. And obviously, we saw the blood on the snow. So I thought, yeah, it was slow to start, but dude, he's been gone for what, 10 years, 8 years?
Yeah. No, see, that's what I'm saying is that, yeah, it was slow. I'll give him that. But I think that he's forgetting about Dexter and how Dexter works. Dexter is slow. The show, I mean, even the way he talks about his story, really fucking even monotone and slow when he talks. The whole show. The only thing is that Rich is right now thinking from a 2021 perspective, right? Where it's go go
Right.
go go go, right?
Fucking
And
intros
so
to sitcoms are like 20 seconds now instead of 2
so
minutes.
yeah, well think about it. So I think what Dexter's doing is staying true to Dexter. And I mean, think about another thing, that the reason why it seemed extra slow is because there was only one episode.
Right.
Right? Fucking You comes out, fucking any of these shows, Squid Game, all these things, right? These they come out in a season. So even if there's an episode that's really slow, you're not really noticing because you're watching 2 or 3 episodes at a time, right?
Right.
Or even, even if you're like, fucking, I'm just gonna watch one of whatever it is. Usually, at least watch 2. So Dexter if episode 2 is just as slow, then okay, then maybe we have an argument. But I feel like if this was released in a whole season, we wouldn't even have realized how slow it would have been because we would have been watching 2 or 3 episodes at once.
Yeah, this was
So
like episode 6 out of 12. Yeah, you're not even saying that.
yeah, so I don't know, but
I agree
I
with you on
dug it.
that.
I'm excited for Dexter to be back. I'm just super
Yes.
excited.
That's
One
my
thing
favorite
that
series of all times, bro.
yeah, I dig it. I dig it so much, and I'm just excited because one of the funny things that Cavino asked was like he was like, "Is his head any bigger or some shit?" And you know what? Rich mentioned yeah, and he said like it was a little distracting or something. But you know what's funny is that Dexter's head does look bigger
It
because
does.
I think Michael C. Hall got thinner. You know, before he was like a little jacked. He wasn't like jacked, but he was like a thicker dude. Like as
Okay.
far as like now he's like really thin, and his hairline's receding. So his
Right, right, right.
head, you know, his body looks smaller, which makes his head look bigger, and
Right.
then his hairline's receding, so his head looks gigantic. So he does look like a fucking bobblehead, but I think it's only because his hairline's receding and his fucking he's gotten thin, you know.
Yeah, no, I noticed the same shit.
But other than that, I'm excited. I think that Harrison is gonna follow in Dexter's footsteps, kind of how Dexter did. He followed in Harry's.
Right.
So I feel like it's gonna go that same shit. Like at first, you know, like I don't want to say too many spoilers if somebody hasn't caught it, but you know, at first it's kind of like he's a little resistant, you know, and then he
Mm-hmm.
kind of. So I think there's kind of like there's a lot to uncover there, and I think being that maybe this new blood is gonna be maybe what a couple of seasons, say it's even 3 seasons.
Right.
I think what this is gonna do is launch a sequel of Harrison. So maybe there's going to be like a Dexter spinoff,
It
which is going to
better.
be, you know, because
Because look at 50 Cent with Power, bro. You got Power, you got Power Book Ghost, you got Raising Canaan. Now you got the other one. Like he got like 4 different spinoffs off one good ass show. And all the spinoffs are good too. So I hope because this Dexter's my favorite show. So
yeah.
the more ways we can watch Dexter, the better.
No, man, I freaking that's I'm so excited it's back because I don't know, man. Like I love Dexter so much, and just to like, it's kind of a throwback, you know. Like it's so crazy because
It's when you need
it's
the horn sample.
no, like you know, it's crazy because you think of how many years have passed, right? It's been like since Dexter actually went off the air to now. It's been like 10 years or so, you know? And it's
Right.
so crazy because you think of where you are now in life and you think about where you were then, and it kind of like in a way it feels like no time has passed when you put on Dexter and like you're like, fuck, right, there's Dexter, and you know, I you just jump right back into like 2009 or 2010 or whatever, whenever it was,
Right.
you know? And it's kind of crazy. You're like, fuck, like so much has happened over the last decade, but when Dexter comes on, it you kind of feel like you're just there again and no time has passed.
No, it was dope. It was worth the wait. It was a little slow, but in the end, it was worth the wait because you know that it's Dexter, man. Some shit's gonna crack off sooner or later, and
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna get intense. So can't wait to watch the episode tomorrow. I'm gonna watch that one and BMF and Sunday. Sunday's great right now. BMF comes out tomorrow. I don't know if you
Mm-hmm.
caught that yet. Have you caught that?
No,
Oh,
no. What is that?
BMF is dope. Black Mafia Family, the story about Big Meech. And he took over
No.
he took over Detroit in like I think it was like maybe the late 80s, early 90s, but 50 Cent produced that one too. And it's on the first season. And oh, that shit's dope, dude. It's only on like episode 6. So
What's that
BM
shit on? What network is it on? Do you know?
that's on Stars.
Oh, on Stars. Cool.
And
A
they
lot of
got
the
some
Star
deal.
shit.
I saw some deal right now for Stars on Instagram too. It was like 6 months for $20. So I was like, shit.
Oh, really?
So yeah, I canceled my subscription and re-signed up on a different email for that deal.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
That's what I did for Showtime. I fucking
Yeah.
to get
Fucking
Dexter, I was
blow
like,
time.
I had Showtime a long ass time ago. Oh fuck. And I too many beers. Huh? I had fucking
Speaking of, that sounds about right. That sounds good right now.
well, I had Showtime forever, and then I was like, you know what, fuck it. I forget what I was watching that I just stopped subscribing. And when I saw Dexter coming back, I was like, fuck it, new email. So
Yep, for sure. What about on Cody? You don't ever try to Cody it or no?
you know what? I haven't really. I used to a long time ago. Fuck with my Fire Stick, so I had all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know. I just haven't. I haven't like. I don't know if I got like. I kind of stopped updating it because I know Cody was having some trouble for a while,
Yeah,
and
it
then there was
did.
some other shit that you had to go. I think when that kind of happened, I just kind of fell off, and I didn't want to update it again.
That fucker fires off. I won't say any names, but I know a certain someone that watched both fucking fights using that thing last week. So I know they still work.
Yeah, no, I mean that's dope. Because see, what I usually do is like if I'm gonna watch the fights on my Fire Stick, I'll go to whatever the website is, like either Ripple or Crack Streams, through like their Silk browser on Fire Stick, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
I'll do that, but I mean, I you know what, I'll probably mess with it this coming.
I know it needs an update. I think it's like 19.3 is out or something like that.
I know my brother usually you go to his pad, he's got all that shit that, you know.
Yeah.
So
no, I love my Fire Stick, but when it comes to like these shows right here, because I'm traveling a lot still for work, I got to make sure that I got it. So I got to subscribe and pay for it and whatnot. So I got it on my phone in the hotel room.
They sent Covino home with his 1970s fucking R2D2 looking fucking oxygen. That fucking sucks, man.
Yeah, no,
it sucks.
I hope we don't have sleep apnea, man. I hope fucking this shit just goes away and he gets 100%.
It sucks, man, because he was saying that he was getting winded, even like fucking tying his shoes and just like doing stupid shit like that. And it sucks because it makes you think like how much longer is this shit gonna carry on? You know, is it gonna be like a couple of weeks? Is it gonna be a month?
Bro, they're gonna come out with some new shit when it dies off. You watch.
I mean, Spot said that he's had trouble just even like walking around the block or whatever the hell he's doing, and he was freaking running, you know.
He was fucking spoga.
Now he's just trying to freaking just get around his apartment and shit, man. That must suck. So
you know what, bro? Stinky ass. I'm gonna give him a nickname. I'm gonna call him Welly Pedo. He's a fart sniffer.
Well, did you hear them again this week? They were talking about grooming and shit because Covino was talking about getting home, so he got to shave and do all of his grooming and stuff. Right. And then Spot again started bringing up how like he doesn't really trim anything and how he's a hairy beast, you know.
He's a gross man.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you got to be fucking bald and beavered, but at the end of the day, man, you got to take care of the strays for sure.
Yeah, not Spot. I don't even think he's got Michael Stray hairs. I think he's got like a little Jackson 5.
He's got fucking taco meat.
Yeah, it's disgusting. But I mean, whatever. There's something else along the same lines that I was.
And they're probably not even straight, bro. They're probably like pubidoos.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. I mean, look at his hair and his beard, and you know, no, you know.
So yeah, I'm glad Covino's home, bro, and I'm glad he's feeling a little better. But yeah, we got to get him his win back.
Yeah, man. Oh, you know what? I was so freaking stoked this week, because I think it was on.
Because Brittany got freed, or what?
I was excited about that. I mean,
I know you were.
Now she's coming out and making new music. It said Brittany to record new music after conservatorship. So,
hey, we'll see, man. That T-shirt that said "Free Brittany" that you sent me in that selfie you took.
That was photoshopped.
Oh, all right.
But no, damn it. What was I gonna say? You made me lose my train of thought.
Sorry, bro.
Free Brittany. What, did you fart right now, or was that?
No, I'm on the east side, and someone turned their fucking Honda Civic into a Harley Davidson.
That's so funny, Doug.
You got that crazy ass fucking fin on the back, look like they're talking to aliens. You know them crazy ass fins and shit.
All right, that's Free Brittany. There was Spot. What the hell was I gonna talk about?
Spot's taco meat.
Taco meat. I don't remember. Let's move on before
I bet he pees in the pool too. I'm just saying.
That's another thing they talked about was things that people are admitting and shit, and they were talking about they said something about peeing in the shower, and Spot said when you poop in the shower, it's called a waffle stomp.
No, bro. Listen, I already feel like I fucking bring it up too much about his stinky ass. So please just don't tell me he did that.
No, he wasn't saying he did, but he said that's what it's called. How he knew it was called that is beyond me.
I've never heard of a waffle stomp. What the fuck? So is that where you smash the shit through the grate?
That's what I'm guessing, because think about like your shit where your water goes down, right? It looks like that. And then as you're I never even heard that phrase in my life until he said it.
That's just I don't even have anything to say. Hey,
Same here.
so one thing I wanted to bring up, let me just switch gears for a second with the waffle stomp. Rich said he does all his grocery shopping. He's been, pretty adamant about letting the listeners and everybody know that he does all the shopping in the household. And he was talking about he spent $100 and he filled the cart, and he was just like, he couldn't believe that he filled the cart with $100. What do you think about that? And what kind of shit is he buying that fills the car with $100?
A bunch of 20-pound sacks of potatoes, like
some fucking rump roast or what?
Because no, even Spot called him out on it. He was like $100. He was like, because Rich was like, oh, I had so many groceries. I had like $100 worth of groceries, and I remember listening, going $100. I was like, and it's like the way he made it was like tipping over, right? And so Spot was like $100. He was like, and Rich was like, no, like $150, $200. Like I don't know.
With the price of meat, you can't even probably get 5 or 6 fucking porterhouse steaks for $100 right now. What's he talking about? That ain't even going to go in the child seat in the front.
Hey, his shopping cart. I'm telling you, probably had like 15 sacks of potatoes, because there's like $4 right there, right?
Right.
And then so I'm thinking he had like 15 sacks of potatoes, maybe a cart full of Top Ramen,
8 cases of fucking Shasta Cola.
I'm just trying to think of all the shit that's usually in my cart, huh?
That big fucking $9 bucket of cheese balls, because he's fucking Cheesy Davis.
Doug, I remember my niece one time. She must have been like 4 years old, right? Uh-huh. She's super tiny. Well, since she was like 3 or 4, they couldn't find her. Uh-oh. And they were like, where is she? Right? So my brother and his wife were like freaking out, right? Mm-hmm. They're like, where is she? Dog, they find her under the cabinets in the kitchen with that big ass thing of cheese balls.
Oh shit!
Just grubbing away, Doug.
Yeah, fucking Cheeto finger.
Yeah, Kennedy had Cheeto fingers earlier, because she made me walk in a Subway just to buy her a thing of Cheetos.
What Cheetos dominates your household? Will you guys go with Flamin' Hot lemon, fucking jalapeno? What?
She said cheesy. She said cheesy ones. Yeah, so we really don't do Cheetos. Yeah, we don't do Cheetos too often in this house, but usually if we do, it's her with the normal cheesy ones.
Does she like the puffs or the extra crunchies?
No, she went the extra crunchies, huh? Yeah, the little crunchy one.
Oh, I see the little thumbs up in the background.
Yeah. So yeah, we had to get her the crunchy ones today. She was all stoked about that. So
damn, bro, now I want Cheetos.
I know I'm not even a huge Cheeto fan, but whenever like people have them, like those like Flaming Hots and shit. Like my sister, is fucking a fiend for them. She has them all the time. So whenever I see her, I'm like, hey, let me get a couple of those,
everyone out here, bro, like they're all fucking Takis, bro. Takis is like, good God, dude. Everyone's on Takis. You fuck with them or no?
I have, but Doug, I don't know. For me, they're like a little too rich nowadays. Like, I don't know. It's like too much. Like they're trying too hard. Like they put too much like little like those spices and shit to where I don't know. It's a little too much for me sometimes.
I do like the cacahuates. Have you had the hot nuts?
I'm glad you said what this.
Cacahuates.
But yeah, no, I haven't. I'm not a big fan of cacahuates either.
No, the hot nuts though, where they put the Takis chili on the double crunch peanut. Oh, those are smacking.
Yeah. Yeah, I was right. I don't really fuck with cacahuates too much, but
no.
Fuck. Oh, you know what? There was a conversation they had that I want to hear your top 3.
All right.
Because I have my top 3. So let's hear your top 3 soups.
My top 3 soups?
Rich said tomato soup.
And I'm disappointed in those guys. I'll be honest.
Yeah, they were whack, huh?
Where's the meatball soup, bro? The Hispanic meatball soup. Where's that at?
That's one of mine. That's one of my top 3. I'm telling you.
That's one of them, and I'm gonna go pho. See, I can't discriminate, bro. So I like a Latino based soup. I like the Asians pho soup, and I even like white people clam chowder, bro.
Okay. I'm gonna go. You're gonna laugh at one of mine, and I'm gonna lose fucking a lot of respect from a lot of people with one of mine.
Nah.
But all right, I'm not gonna. I can't lie though. It's because I fucking grew up on it.
But you know what? Yeah, SpaghettiOs. I like SpaghettiOs with grilled cheese. Does that count?
Nah, SpaghettiOs don't count. But now we know a little more about you though.
All right.
I dig it. I mean, to this day, I dig it. So,
but what's your 3 favorites?
Okay, so I got 1 I'm gonna say albondigas.
Yes.
100%, 100% albondigas.
What about
And
menudo?
yours is a little, ethnically diverse.
Yes.
I'll be honest, mine are not.
Okay.
So albondigas,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go pozole.
Yes.
I'm not going menudo because I'm not a fan of the panza and all that shit.
I changed mine.
Feet
I got a
and
3-way tie for those three on my.
I
yes.
go albondigas, pozole,
Mhm.
and I come on now. I gotta, if we're being real, I know this ain't like a soup,
Right.
but I gotta throw Maruchan on there, dog. Come on now. We got the ramen over here.
Are you getting the cabinet
39
ramen, or are you going to the ramen restaurant where they're making the noodles
No,
fresh?
I'm talking about the 39-cent a piece, 28 cents, whatever the hell they are today. Little square little shit.
Yeah.
A fucking.
Do you like Maruchan or Nissan? Which one do you like better?
Maruchan to me is all we rock here in Arizona, or in
I like
Yuma at
Maruchan.
least.
I like the creamy chicken Maruchan. That's a good one too.
So Maruchan, Kennedy only fucks with the chicken, but I like the beef as well. Look at her thumbs up.
You know what's crazy, bro? When I worked at Food Max on the west side and that shit was $4 for $1, we sold pallets every day, bro. And the number on the west side, we had the cups, and then we had the pillow packs. And our top 3 flavors on the west side were chicken was number 1, and then beef, and then the fucking chili limon shrimp one, bro. That one went the pink and green one.
Yeah, no, see, and growing up as a kid, we never got the chicken. Never. All we got was beef growing up. And the last 10 years or so, fucking all my girl eats is the chicken, right?
Okay.
So I never got, because usually if she does the shopping and shit, she's not gonna grab any beef. So to me, the last 10 years, I just been eating the chicken.
Right.
So maybe a month ago, I was like, you know what? I was grabbing the little fucking pallet of it, right? Because a whole pallet is fucking $3, right?
Right.
So I'm leaving the fucking, backing up the semi to load up, and I go, you know what? Let me grab a beef one for fucking some old time steak.
The red
right?
one?
Yeah, I grabbed a beef one, dog, and it just didn't hit like it did when I was a kid.
No. And what's
when
crazy
kid,
is
that shit used to smack.
What's crazy though is both brands use the same colors. That's what's a trip. Both brands, orange is chicken, red is fucking beef, pink is shrimp. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Brown is pork.
Yeah, no, it's funny because we have do you guys have those little exchanges and shit on Facebook? Well, you don't do Facebook, but we have these little exchanges and shit where they're basically Craigslist, right? But on Facebook. The marketplaces type of shit, right?
Right.
Doug, fucking Walmart, I think it was Walmart, they stopped carrying the Maruchan brand. So I saw people on there raising hell. Does anybody know where we can get the fucking Maruchan? All they have is this shit.
Yeah.
And it was some off-brand fucking, not even Maruchan's the expensive brand. It's fucking 30 cents a piece or whatever. But they had some other knockoff shit that they went with that just wasn't the shit that we're used to. And people were complaining. And I think even my sister said she had it and it tasted like shit. So
do you ever get ghetto when you make it? I used to get ghetto, bro, where I would go to the Dollar Tree, and at certain Dollar Trees, you can find not just tuna, but you can get canned crab or canned shrimp and dump them in there with them bird's eye fucking fresh broccoli, the fucking California blend vegetables.
Yeah, you know what?
Or some spam, or even cut some spam up and put in that motherfucker.
I just had a conversation with my friend Diana the other day, and we were talking about that because I just made some the other night. I was like, I got some of those little square packages, right? Threw those in there, and then I chopped up some tomatoes and some jalapenos. I put those in there. And then I put some fucking, what's that shit? I call it fucking consomme, but my girl got mad at me.
Yeah,
and she said, the bull. My girl's like, it's bouillon.
It's the Nor, it's the green one, right? The green and yellow Nor bouillon.
Yeah, it's that one. So my girl got mad at me because I was like, it's consomme, and she was like, where is it consomme? She looked online. She Googled consomme and shit. I was like, that's just what we fucking call it in the hood, all right?
If you buy birria tacos, that's what they call it, bro. If you buy that shit, you get the little cup of it where you dunk it, a little chunk of dunk.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, when you get the little cup of it, at any taco stand, it's consomme, right?
Yes.
But my girl got mad and was like, no, it's bouillon. And I told her
maybe bouillon makes consomme. How's that?
I know. I thought. I was telling my sister today, I was actually talking to her about that. And I was like, bouillon. I thought, I thought that's what you did when you punked the little nerdy kids. You got your bouillon.
Yeah, you did.
But dad joke, you know.
Rambo family.
I thought bouillon was what you did when you punked the nerdy kids. You know.
Speaking of chicken, bro. Fucking Sammy and Miguel went to our coworker's house for dinner, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Sammy said when he walked in, they had a wild chicken boiled whole on the table, and they just started picking it apart, and that's what they threw in the pho.
Did Sammy freak out or what? Like, oh shit!
He said he went for it, bro. He says authentic. I would have went for it too.
Yeah, well, you know what? Sammy looks like a G. He looks like he was like, fuck it, like when in Rome, you know?
Yeah, it was him and Miguelito that went over there. They went over there and they fucking I got stuck fucking working. I was supposed to go, but it's all good. I'll hit the next one. But yeah, it was a whole chicken, wild chicken, and the thing was boiled whole, I guess, head on and everything. And great experience. But
Yeah.
back to the three soups though. I'm changing my tie. So one of them is a tie for all three: the bondigas, the fucking menudo, and the pozole. That's all three of those are tied for one of mine. I still got to give it up to clam chowder, and then I got to give it up to pho. I love pho. Pho. I like how they put the little branches in there and the jalapenos, and just pho feels like the healthiest, I think, of them all. I googled top soups in the world right now, and ramen came in at number 1, and there was a couple that we left off, bro, and pho was number 2. But how the hell do we forget about miso soup when you go eat sushi? Miso soup is bomb. And what about cioppino? You don't like cioppino?
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, bro, it's the Italiano seafood soup. That's where they put everything in there. They got fish in there and clams and mussels and crab. It's cioppino. Oh, that one's bomb. And then
Cioppino. I went to school with the Cioppino kid.
Did you?
Yeah, he was Cioppino. His
Chinese
uncle.
and Filipino? I mean, am I misunderstanding something, or was that on the money? And what about gumbo?
Gumbo?
I tear some gumbo up.
I haven't had gumbo since like 4th grade, so
Oh, bro,
I could do without gumbo.
Orleans.
Yeah, I'm not a world traveler like you, Doug. I'm fucking. Yeah, I'm over here eating my fucking top ramen, Doug. You think I'm going to New Orleans?
What about some minestrone?
Minestrone? I don't even really know what that is. What is that?
You don't know what minestrone soup is? It's the Italiano with the little like.
Doug, you gotta educate me on this Italian shit, Doug.
Hey,
I'm fucking
tomatoes.
Mexican.
It's got tomatoes, beans, potatoes, celery, garlic, onion, olive oil, and it's basically like these. It has little beans in it and little pastas, and some minestrones even have rice.
That actually sounds bomb.
They're good.
That sounds really good.
Yeah,
you know what? My girl would probably get mad at me if she heard me, because she always fucks with all kinds of Italian shit. Because like a lot of her family's Italian and they're from like Jersey and shit.
And then fucks with the Wessel.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about canned soup, bro? So since we're on soup, let's just make this a little fucking soup episode. Progresso or Campbell's?
Progresso.
Really? You eat those canned soups?
Over Campbell's?
Chunky?
I'm thinking like Progresso. Is it Progresso or Progressive?
No, that's the insurance, bro. It's Progresso. The blue, the blue one's Progresso, and then the red one.
Okay.
Or the burgundy one's Campbell's Chunkies.
I'm talking the grocery guy. What am I thinking? Oh yeah, you know what? The Campbell's Chunky is cool. You can't fuck with that. I think
steak
that's
burger.
dope.
You ever fuck with that one?
No, that sounds bomb.
Sirloin steak burgers. That one's a good one. But I don't know. Canned soup's hard. One of the dudes at work and shit, the one that gave me that day old seafood soup, that fucker doesn't even heat it up, bro. He just goes to his car with a can and fucking eats it out there on his lunch. I'm like, that's fucking gross.
I'm not gonna lie, dog. I could do that shit.
Can you?
Yeah, like those Progresso
slosh.
Well, Doug, like the chicken noodle Progresso ones.
Yeah,
that shit. Like I'll fucking sometimes because I have a drawer full of those shits in case I don't take lunch or go grab lunch or whatever. Sometimes I was like, oh fuck it, I'll open my drawer and I have those Progresso ones. And sometimes I'm like, fuck, I don't even feel like warming it up. I'm just like, fuck it, I'll just pour it in a bowl and fucking throw some tapatio or something on it.
Yeah,
and then I just go at it. So
I've been a good boy lately. I've got a fucking bag of apples and little cutie oranges in my locker.
Oh really?
Yeah, but normally I'm bad. Oh, but we have been taking the pizza challenge at work. So I think one day we ordered fucking cheese pizza from 4 different places, taking the stupid ass pizza challenge.
What the hell is the pizza challenge?
I guess Sammy said Barstool Sports found.
Wait, hold on. Kennedy is going to explain it. Kennedy, what is it?
It's where you see which pizza's better.
Oh, better. Okay. Got it
Yeah,
from Kennedy. Okay.
yeah, no, she's right. That's exactly what it is. And Dave Portnoy from Barstool Sports, although he's got some different problems in
Controversy
his-
going on.
Yeah, he's got
Yeah.
a lot of problems right now. But I guess he does where they judge it like on the flop, on the crisp, the crispness of the crust. And I
On
guess
the
he came out
flop.
with his own pizza. I seen him and Dana White doing. He came out with the frozen pizza line. I guess you can buy it at Walmart, and that shit's supposed to be hella
Who,
bomb.
Dana
but-
White or Portnoy?
Portnoy. But Portnoy took his frozen pizza.
Oh, you just said his name like 8 different ways.
Yeah,
You said
Portnoy.
Portnoy.
Hey, that fucker from
Portnoy.
Barstool. I don't know, the asshole that's fucking on Barstool. But he took his frozen pizza to. Do you ever watch Dana White's TikTok where he has Fuck It Friday?
No, I don't. Why? I don't follow Dana White. I didn't even know he had a TikTok.
Yeah, he does like Fuck It Friday, and I think like last week Guy Fieri was on there, and like he tries all kind of foods on Fuck It Friday. And this week, whatever Barstool ass face, he took his pizza on there, and that's what they ate. Speaking of pizza, I'm hungry, bro.
I'm not. I went to my mom's pad today, and she had all kinds of Mexican food grilled up and shit, and fuck, it was dope. So,
I fucking ended up ordering fucking Robert Tito's last night at like 2 a.m. DoorDash.
what's that, Mexican food or what?
Yeah, like it's like ghetto fucking Mexican fast food, but it's good enough. I mean, it's better.
Is it like a Philly Bertos or Julio Bertos or one of those?
We got Alberto's, or no? Who do we got? We got Arsenio's and we got Robert Tito's, and it's like
Arsenio's is like a fucking. That's a Mexican food place.
no, bro. It's Arsenio Hall's the logo. That's his big old face. Nah, I'm playing. Yeah,
Well, that's it, Doug. That's the only Arsenio I've ever known in my life.
no, it's Mexican food, and it's pretty good, dude. I mean, it's better than some of the bunk restaurants. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I grabbed that shit like DoorDash. I hate I love DoorDash, and I hate it, bro. That shit's horrible.
Yeah, no, same here, Doug. That shit will put you in the hole real quick with fucking, because you're like, yeah, fuck it. You're like, especially like if you have Dash Pass, you pay like $10, right? So you get the free shipping, and then you're like, all right, and then you're like, all right, well, I'm gonna leave this dude a few dollars, and then you're like, all right, well, I end up getting more shit than I probably would have gotten if I would have like normally went, and it just, to me, it ends up being like way more money than I fucking would have spent. So
I try to offset that. You know what I try to do is tip cash. Because there's no fucking way I'm putting a tip on a credit card at like fucking 20% or whatever they charge. So I try to tip cash, and then it offsets that a little bit. But no, I mean it's good when you need something in a pinch, I guess. But I did not need Arsenio's at 2 a.m. last night, but it showed up anyways.
Yeah, no, I remember the other night, my girl walks up to the door, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, is somebody here? Then she fucking walks back in with fucking was it Wingstop or some shit, right?
What
And I
about
was
Thigh
like,
Stop?
What's Five Stop? Is that a place?
Thigh Stop. Now they're selling thighs, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because there was a wing shortage, I guess. So they sell thighs on certain days.
Oh, what? No, Doug, I haven't had a shortage here like at all.
No, I don't know.
Because Doug, there was a minute where I was getting Wingstop like multiple times a week. I had to stop that shit though, because I was like, no, this shit's too much. I'm fucking making an ass of myself.
Hell yeah.
But
hell yeah. Well, what we should do is we needed a Pocky Chip challenge.
I know. I don't have mine right now, so we can't do it just yet.
All right. I was almost ready to take one for the team and just eat mine and fucking let everyone laugh at my ass.
We can if you want. No. Let's do it together, because
Right.
I want to see what you're feeling. I don't want to just laugh at you and then next week you laugh at me and all that shit. So
You want to feel the burn?
Oh, and then we don't got Tito and fucking E right here either, so we can't.
Tito and E, shout out fucking That's Wild podcast. I got something that's got me fired up.
All right, what up?
And it's episode 100, so I didn't want to start the show ranting and raving about it.
All right.
Trying to have a little fun first, but I'm fucking pissed.
Okay.
Who the fuck does Spot and Dickie Davis think they are to gang up on Covino to tell him what he needs to do with his life and get out more?
Oh, are you talking about like the chillin' fucking
Right. They called him out and said, you don't have one real friend in LA and you've been here 10 years. And it's fucking LA. And who cares? It's like there's not a lot of real people in LA. I mean, I'm sure they're out there, but let's fake it. I mean, let's face it. Everyone's faking shit in LA. Like it is what it is. And the man just had got out of the hospital, and I don't know if they're doing it for good radio because it was a good conversation, but I definitely thought that they went a little too far, and I thought they were fucking with them when he was on the mend, and it pissed me off.
Yeah, that the only reason why I felt like that was kind of weird is because he was talking about something completely different.
Right.
You know, he was talking about when on the show there's this dude named Carrie who is like this like manly man, and Doug and Carrie, yeah, that's King of Queens Kennedy. So he's like, there's some dude named Carrie, and this dude's like all jacked, and they go out on some retreat, and you know, they're like, Joe Goldberg doesn't want to do it, and then whatever. So Covino's talking about that, and they start talking about you don't have one friend, and you've been out here 10 years, you know. And then one of the things that was kind of whack about that is that Spot was like, oh, so what do you do? Sit home? He was like, strum your guitar and have a beer or some shit. What's wrong with that?
Calm down, Richie Valens. What's
wrong with fucking around with your guitar, chilling, enjoying a show, enjoying a cup of fucking wine or an edible or fucking whatever? What's wrong with chilling and doing that? What makes you like Rich? Oh, I go and I play softball every Saturday. Who gives a fuck?
Well, fucking good for you, fucking Hank Aaron.
You know, like in Spot, Doug, this is the thing that cracked me up about Spot, is that he's like, well, I go to the gym and I fucking this and that. Did he forget about the first 38 years of his life?
What about all his Twitch fucking Nintendo fucking gaming and Egg Mountain? I didn't see any of that shit performed outside.
Like, Doug, like when he's talking about fucking where he's like, yeah, I do that to get in touch with my, you know, animal instinct or whatever the fuck he was saying. Doug, did he forget that he's been like in shape for like a year and a half?
Right.
Did he forget that he wasn't going out on runs and shit like the other 30 some years of his life?
Oh, he went on
like,
runs. They just ended up at Taco Bell in the food spot.
No, Doug, they would even joke about how Spot had a fucking membership to a gym that he would pay years, and he went like twice.
Right.
I didn't like how they fucking went from Covino talking about one thing, and they went and they completely turned it into another thing where now they're gonna like start talking shit to him or whatever, you know?
Yeah, it was bullshit. And I think that, you know, and don't get me wrong, getting out and like that's good. I can't say that what they were suggesting is bad. I can't say that, but at the end of the day, everyone handles shit different. And I know I work 10-hour days, and a lot of times when I get off of work, say you got a half an hour drive there, half an hour drive back, that's 11 hours, man. And sometimes I want to go home. And one thing I don't think those two fucking bobos take into consideration is when I worked grocery, bro, and it was my job to talk to customers all day and kind of, you know, direct my team and solve problems and you know, figure out complaints. I was talked out. Like, I didn't want to go and talk to more people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to go hang out at a bar or go out to a restaurant where I had to do more talking, because fuck, that's what I did for 9 hours. And so sometimes, you know, and that's what he does. You know, he's on radio shows and he's on a rock channel and he's got a lot of shit going on, man. Maybe he just wants to go unplug, and maybe that's just how he clears his head. I
work a very similar schedule to you, and sometimes you get home and you're just like, you just want to fucking kick it, you know? And like you said, getting outside, getting outdoors, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, there's a lot of fucking science that where you need to fucking do that shit, right? Hey,
I'll tell you this. Right. With the hours I work right now, the last thing I'd want to do when I got off of work is go hang out with Rich.
Or anybody,
or
Doug,
Spot. Like, but Dickie, he's that fucker pokes the bear all day long. And if you're not on his upbeat fucking tempo, bro, he's gonna have comments and jabs, and you know, I wouldn't want to go be around that shit after 10 hours. Yeah, well, what's wrong? No, what's wrong? What, you don't want to do cardio today? Well, it's ab day, it's back day. Hey, shut the fuck up, bro. Let me just work out and chill. You know, he'd be up your ass like a hemorrhoid or some preparation H. You know he would.
Yeah. No, and I don't know, Doug. I don't know, but I didn't fucking. I didn't like the way they took that in like a weird direction. It was kind of weird. It was kind of weird, but that wasn't even what Covino was saying. Covino was saying about like they like this retreat that they go on is some like shit where you're getting in touch with like.
Remember when he used to go on gaycations?
Oh, like with his friend Sam and shit.
Yeah,
remember
they used to call it the gaycation?
Yeah, well that was back in the day when they could call it that, right?
Oh, well, we can call it that right now.
Yeah. Nobody cares about us. We call it whatever the fuck we want.
Did you even order a chip yet?
No.
I ordered it that
Because
same day, bro. Once we saw
well,
them do it, I already ordered my chip.
well, I see with Doug when I did that. You know what? I got let me order my shit right now. As
Yeah.
let me do this shit right now. I
If
need to
you're a
get my
Prime
chip.
member, if you're Prime, bro, if you're Prime, you might get your shit before the next show.
I'll get it definitely before the next show. Watch, let me see. Let's do this right now, Doug, so I could we can officially have let me
A chip
see.
off.
What's my fucking password? Hold on. Forgot my fucking
Big booty
Amazon
hose.
shit. What is it? Pack one chip challenge. There you go. Let me see. Pocky. Order has been placed. It's right there, so everybody on YouTubeville can see that.
Bro. All right.
All right, order has been placed. Oh man, I'm gonna have to black out my address, dog. It's right there. I have it right here on the screen.
Why don't you white it out? Why is it gotta be black for it?
What
What about the wallet shit? You always see these cool wallets online that say they're thin and compact and for dudes, and they pop out like 9 credit cards and whatnot. And then Rich came on saying that he was thinking about does he really need to even carry a wallet? And then he said some stupid shit. Then he said some stupid shit about asking a stranger if you don't have cash, if they can Venmo you or you can Venmo them for cash. What kind of weird fucking thought process does he have, dude? If some crazy ass fucking stranger asked me they want to Venmo me money. Yeah, let me give you my Venmo info so I can give you $20 back. Who the fuck do you think you are?
Yeah, no, Doug, that shit is something, and I don't know if it's because I don't live in a big city, to where Rich said, like, he was like, what, Ralphs don't have Apple Pay or whatever? Doug, I don't, maybe that's just the old school mentality in me, but I don't care, even if, like the fucking I work at a college, right? Downstairs fucking Starbucks and fucking the bookstore, they fucking do Apple Pay. Okay. I still, even though I have my watch and I have my phone, all that shit, I'm like, all right, if I'm going down, I better take some cash or my fucking debit card, because I'm just like, I don't trust any of that shit. I don't trust any of it. Like, as far as like, I'll use it, but I don't trust it in the sense where I'm gonna rely on that as it being my only mode of fucking payment.
No,
like, fuck that. No, to me, I'm like, all right, there's too much shit technology wise where fucking I'm gonna do it, it's gonna fucking beep, and I'm not gonna be able to pay, and I'm gonna be in the Rich Davis situation where I'm gonna look like a fucking jackass.
Well, like you said, with technology, I don't give a shit if it's your printer not wanting to connect, or your internet's down, or if your fucking cell phone don't have a service when you got 2 bars. You're right, bro. Technology always fails. And I used to be an all cash guy. Last couple of years, I'll put it on my card, pay the card off when it's due at the end of the month, get the points, right? Why not get free money? You get a good card with 3% back, you're paying $97 per 100. You know what I mean? Especially if they're not charging no interest. So I'm on that tip now. So little stupid bullshit. Yeah, I like to pay with card. Just to get those points. But at the end of the day, dude, I was the old school cat with the, with the wallet with the little zipper on the side and shit, where I would always tuck a couple hundos in there just in case. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone takes cash. You know what I mean? Or for the most part. I know some people are getting away from that and they're trying to scam us saying there's a coin shortage and all that bullshit. And they're trying to get us to all go digital. But for the most part, I just don't want to get turned away. And if I want a fucking mocha latte or whatever the fucks, I want to be able to pull out that fucking 50 or that hundo and get my mocha latte at the fucking Apple Pays down. And why Ralph's? Don't he look like a Whole Foods kind of guy?
Right. You know what? I don't have a Ralph's or a Whole Foods, so I don't know the.
What about Kroger?
Well, we have Fry's, right? Isn't that Kroger?
What about Fred Meyer?
Well, Fry's has a bunch of Kroger shit in their stuff.
Oh, then maybe it is.
So, I mean. Or is it Albertsons?
Albertsons is Safeway.
Okay, I don't fucking know. But no, we don't have a Kroger, but we had two. Oh, who is that? Oh, look it. Kennedy drew you.
All right, we got to make us an NFT.
You're wearing a hat in that one. Oh, watch, hold on. Let the camera focus on that.
That's El Cucuy Potato Head.
El Cucuy with his hat.
Cucuy Potato Head, yeah.
That's what's up. She even cut it out for you. So
all right,
that's what's up, Kennedy.
You gotta get her some classes, bro. Help her fucking become Picasso. You got skills already.
Oh man, Kennedy, we're gonna have to send that to him, huh? All right. Well, I'll have you write a little note to him. We can send it to him, okay? But yeah, man. No, we don't have a Whole Foods and a Ralph. So I'm guessing Whole Foods is a little more high class than Ralph's, is what you're telling me, right?
Yeah, well, no, Ralph's is nice. I'm not going to say Ralph's ain't nice because we had a couple Ralph's here when I worked at Albertsons back in the day, and a couple of guys from Albertsons jumped ship and they went to Ralph's, but they Ralph's went out of business here as far as the Ralph's, but they have a box store under their banner as well called Food Co, and we do have a couple of Food Co's here. But I mean, Ralph's is nice. It's not bad. It's a good, clean, nice grocery store, but he just seems a little more high maintenance where I would think he would go to something like I said, Whole Foods or fucking Trader Joe's.
You know what? It's probably because at Ralph's, the females call him daddy. Remember? So
Sarah wants me to get quinoa.
Yeah. So why do you like the honey nut whole grain? Did you hear that conversation?
No, but is it Ralph's where he sees all his stories, where all his stories come from is Ralph's son? That's why he goes there, bro. That's where he gets shown boobies.
Yeah, and the freaking they call him daddy and all that shit. That's where all that happens.
And that's why he does the shopping and he won't let Sarah go, because that's his little separation time where he could feel like fucking young Rich.
You know what? That's a good point.
I just
actually,
the theory on the after show, but later.
I think you did, because you know what? He wants it to look like he's there, and he wants the females to be like, "Oh, look at him! What's such a good guy?"
He's
such a good guy.
He's such a handsome dad, right?
Or he wants to play the single dad, right? If he takes the kids with him, or even Emmy, right? Come on, Emmy, let's. Oh, he wants to play the single good dad. Look at That's why they're like, you know what? I'm guessing that day they called him daddy, the chicks or whatever. He probably had Emmy or Ben with him.
Can you braid Emmy's hair?
Yeah, they were like, "Hey, daddy," because they saw him pushing the cart, like, "Oh, I'm a single dad," you know.
So he gives Ben a PB&J right before he goes in, and then he just wipes his face like the best dad ever in front of the hot chick.
Yeah,
that's really what he does. You know he does.
Doug, I think you fucking cracked it. You cracked the code. That's the reason why Rich wants to go by himself and shit and do, because you know Rich isn't gonna volunteer to go do shit like that. He's gonna be like, "Well, I make all the money. Sarah can do the shopping."
Right. So it ain't even the Da Vinci Code. It's the Dickie Davis Code.
I think you cracked it. And then, oh yeah, that's what I was telling you, is that Rich had a theory, or I'm not sure if it's a theory, but this week he was talking about we buy the shit a lot of times that like our parents bought or something.
Yes, because Sarah like that bread,
that bread or whatever. Yep. You know what? There's some truth to that, but I don't know. At the same time, I think because our family did buy certain shit, we became accustomed to like liking the flavor and shit of it, you know?
I think you get exposed to certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom loves grape jelly. I don't like that nasty shit. I like seeds and some strawberry or raspberry or Marion berries. Like I like my jelly to add, some chunks of fruit in it. But she's a plain fucking slimy grape jelly. The Welch's, not jam, jelly. I mean, it's all right, but that's not my fave. But I think she was a Rice Krispies. My dad liked Frosted Flakes. So I think that, yeah, you do get shaped, as you're exposed to these things growing up. But ultimately, it still has to be the shit you like, right?
Doug, I might leave here and go buy some cereal because Frosted Flakes sounds so good right now.
Smacking.
Fuck yeah, so refreshing, Doug. Like, especially like right now, let me see. It's 79 degrees right now, Doug. Most of the day it was like 94.
79 over there? Where the fuck you got cactuses outside?
Yeah, Doug, it's 79. Doug, our high today, it says 91 on my watch, but at some point it was like 94 today.
In fucking the middle of November?
Yeah, Doug. I took Kennedy to the park. Doug,
park or the fucking lava park? The fucking
No, Doug. I took her to the park earlier and she started to play on some shit and she was like, "Oh, daddy." She's like, "That's hot."
Dude, I'm in a hoodie. It's 57 outside, and it's fucking hot in Fresno normally.
No, Doug, it's 79 right now, and when we were at the park, it was like 86, I think.
Oh yeah, that's way too hot.
It was 84, 84 when we were at the park, and because I had checked, because I was like, oh shit, when she asked me to go to the park, I had to check the weather to make sure it wasn't going to be too hot when she was like on the shit.
Right.
So I had to time it so we could go to where it wasn't too hot. Doug, and it's fucking November 13th.
Yeah, that's fuck, man. When does it start to cool down over there?
Fucking like we get like 2 weeks in like December, and then it starts getting hot again.
That's bullshit. I don't think I could do that, dude.
Like in the mornings, like let me see, it's been like 61 maybe, like maybe like 57, but dog, that's at like 6 in the morning. And then automatically by the time I get to work, it's probably like 72 or something. And I have to be at my office by 8 o'clock. So by the time I'm walking from my car to the office, it's like almost 80 degrees.
Damn.
So yeah, Doug, we're the sunniest place on earth, according to Guinness World Records. We have the most amount of sun, most amount of days, sunny days or whatever, according to Guinness, and that shit's been like that for years.
In Yuma?
Yeah. Look us up. We're in the Guinness World Records for fucking the sunniest place on earth.
Well, does that sunny place ever make you want to move to a mountaintop like spot?
Nah, I dig it. I mean, the summers suck when it's like 115 and like, you know, I mean, it gets hot as shit, but honestly, like right now, for the most part, it's not bad. Like the 90s are like pretty decent for us because it's so damn hot the rest of the year.
Yeah.
That like, I mean, like today, like, I mean, aside from her, like, you know, burning her hands on a couple of toys, you know, she had fun. So
yeah, but fuck, man, when your Christmas is a little over a month away, you shouldn't be burning your hands on nothing outside. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Doug, like honestly, there's some years where it's been Christmas and you can go out like what I'm wearing right now. Like if we're gonna go like to a family's house or something or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't even need like a hoodie or nothing.
Yeah, I like hoodies, man. Hoodies are comfy.
I do too, Doug.
It'd be tough to live somewhere where you couldn't wear a hoodie.
It hides some of my muscles sometimes, you know?
Yeah. Russell the love muscle.
Today Kennedy told me, I was like, we drew pictures for each other, and I put to Kennedy from Daddy, I put the buff guy, and she was like, "You're not buff," and I go, "Yeah, dude, look at these muscles." She goes, "You don't have muscles, you have a big belly."
Oh, that's great.
But yeah, man, what else do we have for the week? I know there was.
I got a couple things. What about taking the kids out of school for family vacation? I know Kennedy's not that old, but are you going to be the parent that does that, where you yank her out of school for a couple times a year to go to like Magic Mountain or Disneyland or whatever you guys got out there? Grand Canyon?
Lava. To go to the lava park.
Lava rocks.
You know, that was funny because you kept saying shit. You're like, Knott's Berry Farm, Disney. You're like, oh, fuck, wait. He just told me about how hot it is. Grand Canyon. Yeah, but no, I don't know. But you know, the thing that made me laugh about that conversation was how Rich was talking about they were fucking, what did you say? They were 20 minutes out?
Yeah.
And they flipped the car around.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the reason? He said Emmy said she was tired or some shit.
Yeah, and then they just...
And he was like, fuck it. That's the sign. We don't have to be here. They turned the car around.
Well, I turned my car around once this week, but it wasn't because someone got tired. It's because I drove off at the fucking pump and the fucking shit whipped around and shattered the back windshield. So I turned that trip around real quick.
Oh, that fucking sucks. But yeah.
But that's what's funny about Rich though. Like he's like, oh, she wants to take a nap. Trip canceled.
That's great.
No, bro, most people wait for their window to get shattered or something. Fucking, if you're going on a trip, you're going on a trip. Right? Why would you pack, put the thought into it, and even leave if you're just going to turn around because someone wants a nap?
Dog, I've been
in cars are for.
I've been in fucking heated ass fucking fights with my girl, leaving and shit, you know, fucking, you know, hating each other, jumping on the freeway and shit, and then like 30 minutes out, we're like fucking already tired of fighting
hands.
and shit.
You're holding
hands. We're like fucking, all right, you over this shit? All right, me too.
You're blowing vessels,
you know?
You're like
so fucking, but not Rich. Doug, fucking Rich takes off and Emmy goes, oh, and Rich is like, fuck that, we're going back home.
He didn't even do that. He's like, he fucking swung it around for all the way across the interstate.
Rich pulled the e-brake.
He did. Oh, bro, speaking of e-brake, shout out T-Bone, Columbo, Tip Dog. They can all back me on this. Tom Stone, T-Bone Stone. Hey, we used to go to these fields, and that was like our little kickback spot where we would you know, and do all that. So I remember
suck each other off or what?
No,
what?
Nothing like that.
You and your two homies would go to the fucking fields and
that was a sound effect for burning a blunt. So let's definitely we can't get that misconstrued. But no, he would go down this dirt road and he would go like 40, and he had this little car. It was a Colt. And it had purple tinted windows, bro, and it was gold. And he would jam down this damn road and he would pull the e-brake at like 40 and we would just slide.
That shit sounds like fun. I don't know if I would fucking do it, but I remember when I used to go off-roading with some of my homies like Luis and his cousin Ralph. You know, I was always like, fuck, man. I was like, we're gonna fucking flip over, and I could just picture the roof crushing in on us, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that would have been fun, but I would have been scared as fuck. I would have been like, fuck, man, I'm gonna die.
Well, he'd do it
You
every
know?
time. We would be like, e-brake, and he would just fucking, he would do it. So we kind of got used to it. But I remember one time we were chiefing and we were in an orange orchard. And I don't know if you know that like certain of those rows or they have markers where you can drive down them. Well, we were getting chased by the fucking rancher because he didn't like us being out there at 5:30 in the morning burning. And we went down the wrong one. Tombstone did, and it had just rained. So he's fucking sliding in between, almost hitting trees and shit.
Oh, that sounds fun as hell.
Oh, yeah. Wild shit.
I remember it's funny that you say that because we had a place that we would go. We would drive up on this fucking hill and we would fucking kick it. And that's where we would drink and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my friend Nico, he used to call it Homo Hill. He would be because he would rarely go with us.
Right.
So he would make fun of like me and my other homies. He'd be like, oh, yeah, you guys are going to go and drink at Homo Hill.
You know
like,
what?
Fuck you,
you know what's funny about that is we had a place that we would do that and they called it the Dykes.
For real?
I swear to you, bro. Everyone out here knows the Dykes. It was called the Dykes, and that's where everyone went.
I just thought Nico was just being stupid, which he was, but it's so funny that you guys had that place too, you know?
What do they say when you got sister cities, bro? That's fucking sister cities right there.
Yeah, no shit.
The Dykes and Homo Hill, bro.
You know what? I wonder, have they ever mentioned if their parents have ever kicked it?
No, I don't think I've heard that.
I wonder if they have because, you know, like I just think of how involved the parents are. Like Rich's dad listens every day. Right. You know, obviously Covino's parents and his whole family listens, and I just like being that Greg wanted to take some time out of his day to call Covino and just, you know, give him some kind words and shit.
Right.
That just shows you how close like they all are. So I wonder if the families have ever kicked it, like at one of the weddings or something, but you know, I know that I'm sure they've met, but I wonder if they've ever like kicked it, you know, because I wonder like Rich's dad is like very like I'm sure he could be very like perverted and shit, and then Covino's mom is so like reserved. Yes. So I wonder how like a meeting like that would be like if like Covino or Rich said one time where they were both gonna go to the restroom and Greg was like, what are you guys gonna do? Go jerk each other off? Like, you know? And could you imagine if he said that like in front of fucking like Hortensia?
Bro, if he said that in front of me, I'd be rolling.
That'd be fucking funny, you know?
Oh yeah. Hey yo. I bet they get along good though.
Dog, that reminds me of like my homie's my homie Luis. It reminds me of his dad. His dad's like that, like yeah, he when I first met him, El Venado, yeah, that's him.
El Venado, shout out El Venado.
I'll put this in politically correct terms, but I remember when I met Luis's dad. I think I told you on an episode before,
right?
But he was like, Luis is like, oh, this is my friend Daniel, and he was like, you have a girlfriend? I was like, no, and he was like, you homosexual, basically, right? And I was like, what, motherfucker? Because I don't have a girlfriend right now. No, I was like.
Oh, that's great.
I was like, no, but that was his first, you know, and I was like, oh, fucking welcome to the family, you know, fucking. I guess that was my way to like
trying to make sure you're not
hitting
on his son, bro.
For real, huh?
That's what he's doing. He's trying to fill the air.
Yeah, man, that's fucking funny. But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't have very many notes right here with me. The shit that I wrote down physically, I can't find. So do you have anything that you want to fucking leave off on or anything?
No, I just want to say, man, it's been a great run so far. I believe my first episode with you was episode 49, I believe. And so I think I missed one in between there somewhere, but fuck, man, we're over 50 episodes together and it's been a great run. I just want to say thank you for the opportunity again. Love what we're doing. I listen to the podcast myself every Monday on my drive to work. I'm kind of anal like that, like Covino is. I want to make sure that we're, you know, doing what we should and that things come out the way they were intended. But it's been a great run, man. It's been great watching this thing grow and being a part of it. And thank you for the opportunity. Episode 100.
Yeah, no, man, I appreciate it. I appreciate you fucking joining me and jumping on when I was, you know, considering not doing this shit anymore. So I appreciate it, you know, and I appreciate everybody that's ever come on, you know, everybody from, you know, Soupy to fucking, I'm trying to think of the people back in the day, to Mike Durbin and Baseline Trey, fucking
Tim
even Tim with his cricket phone, you know. Hello? Fucking
hello.
That was just
Are you there?
Oh man. You know, we've had so many people. We've had I'm Key. We had him on a couple of times, even though only one time made it to the air. Yeah, man, fucking Nate Silverman back in the day, you know, he was a crowd favorite. Yeah, man, so many people, so many fucking people that it's been so fun, man. And can't forget fucking Carl Reinhardt, that's my homie. And
Little Buck Tipton.
You know, I just think about and then like your homie's fucking Sam and fucking Miguel.
I want to play Little Bucky.
You know, that was funny as fuck. We've definitely had some good times on this shit, dog. So I appreciate it. I know like I feel like the show has finally like found its groove into like where we're at and where we're supposed to be as a show. Right. You know, you and I were talking about how we've gotten to know each other and record so much to where we can understand where, okay, his thought is coming to an end and I can jump in, to where we're not talking over each other, but at the same time we're not leaving any gaps. Yeah, there's no dead space. You know, that makes it way easier for me to edit when I'm editing and do all that shit. So I just appreciate you and everybody who listens, you know, all the Cavinos that listen.
Shout out Steve Cavino too, right?
Cavino.
Like, good Lord.
That's what I was going to tell you, Doug. I never got to it earlier. Cavino wore our shirt this week.
I seen that.
That was fucking, how dope is that, dog?
Bro, shout out Cavino. That's all I could say is like
that.
A lot of his support. I mean, I have fun doing the show, but if I was ever second guessing it, just the support he gives us makes it worthwhile because, you know, I know he listens from time to time and, you know, he's done a lot for us. So shout out Steve, rest up. Let's get you 100%. Glad you're back.
And shout out fucking Spot. I've had questions along the way with my shit, editing and doing, you know, I might have a question or two here and there.
Nothing about personal hygiene though, right?
And no, that definitely not. But when it comes to like technology and shit,
he's the man.
Spot has always been when
it comes to washing your butt, you don't have a lot of knowledge. You want to do some fucking recording, he's got your back.
Exactly. You know, so he's been cool. Rich is always been a good sport about fucking anything. Like we bullshit with like during the chat and shit. Like I said something the other day where he fucking during the show I could see him reading. He was like, because it was a long message on the in-show chat, and then so he fucking messaged me on MySpace. Oh, dog,
MySpace.
Oh,
what was your background song?
Fuck, it depends. I had fucking I remember I had Eazy-E shit a lot.
I remember I got back, right?
Who knows, dog? It depends. I would always have a theme. I would always do my background would go with the theme of the song. The song would have go with the background. The background would go with the song.
So G thing. Oh, that good shit. Lowriders.
Like I remember, I never forget my fucking homie Chris. He had All of My Love from Led Zeppelin. Do you know that song or not?
Nope.
Fuck, it's a dope ass song. So he had that shit as his. That was when I met him. That was his shit. So to this day, I remember it's not the coolest song to think of my friend to, but when I hear that song, I just reminisce about my homie back in the day.
Right.
So that's cool, man. But yeah, they've all been fun. They've all been good sports, very helpful in their own way. And yeah, man,
Rich has given us plenty of bulletin board material along the way. We do love you, Rich, but you are a goofy son of a gun. That's for sure. So thanks for the bullet. Thanks for the talking points, right?
Yeah, for sure. And then even I mean fucking, I was thinking about something the other day because I was like, there's people like the Mausers and the, Handsome Gabes and or I'm not sure how long Handsome Gabe has been listening, but the people that they mentioned, the Drew Max, all those people.
Shout out all those guys.
I was thinking, I was like, if we ever like got to that point where, we were like, as recognizable as Cavino and Rich or as, whatever, I think us personally would have a built-in like bond with like Carl Reinhardt, fucking Mike Durbin, Crystal Bray.
Yes.
Like the people that have like fucking when there was two people listening, fucking it was fucking they were one of the two people.
It was Funky Monkey and her sister.
Yeah, no, it's cool to think like that. Really put it in perspective for me because I was like, you know what? If this shit ever did, like, say we were ever fucking, we're making millions of dollars and let's quit our day jobs, right? And we're fucking doing this shit. I'm like, you know what? We would have a special bond with those people who
Absolutely.
fucking hitting us up, hitting us up fucking not even weekly. They're hitting us up on the daily with shit, with
Right.
even, shit that they caught this week or shit that, so yeah, no, definitely. I think it's something cool. And I just can't wait, Doug, for on episode 100. And I know we're going to look back on this, Doug, on like episode 1000.
Right.
And be like, look, Doug, remember we were fucking, Kennedy was on there. She was all little and fucking, it was before you fucking grew a beard, and Al Cucuy has a big old beard.
A barbon.
Whatever the fuck you just said.
A beard, bro. A barbon. now I'm stuttering.
You're like me a few episodes ago.
Or I'm gonna be like fucking Rusty Nipple and get me a fucking big old fucking bigotes.
No shit, huh? I seen that shit. I seen him on some like retreat with his homies and shit. Did you see that picture that he put? And it was like him over here with all the homies.
Oh yeah. Did you see the one where the coworker was trimming it up in the fucking at work?
Yeah. I saw that.
Getting his fucking trim on, bro. You looking like Mr. Peanut with that thing.
Yeah. So yeah, man. But it's been fun. I can't wait until episode 102 or 101, which will be our next episode.
The chip challenge.
But yeah, Doug. Episode 101. You know what? I think it's actually cool because episode 100. This is dope. Cool. Let's get this shit in the bag. But episode 101 is going to be, basically the start of season 2, right? It's going to be the start. So let's fucking go into it with the bang. With fucking season 2, we're going to have fucking E and fucking Tito on here. And then we're going to do the chip challenge.
Those guys are dope,
fucking
too.
Kick
Shout
us off.
Shout out those guys.
Oh, yeah. How did I forget them, dog, when I was saying the thank yous and shit? Those dudes have been so fucking cool, too. So shout out to them. And just everybody, man.
I feel like they're family, bro. Like they're family, part of the family of the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like when Cavino and Rich talk about, the people that they used to do the show with back in the day. Like a lot of the people you mentioned from Maxim,
right?
Like the fucking what were they like? Fucking Ego, Waffle, Dave, and all this shit that they had.
They would have to ramble a couple of them off because I think as far as like interns, I just remember the recent ones like. Fucking the chick, I forgot her name, Archie, Jake.
You say I just remember the chick and then you forgot her name, Doug. So you don't even remember.
Tata.
Oh yeah,
Tata.
But she was never an intern. She was an associate producer.
Oh, all right. Well, I remember Tata. Sorry, bro. I mean, you fucking. Hey, I don't ever read between the lines, bro. I'm just reading. Okay, I'm just going for the headline.
Oh, you know what? One thing I want to hit before we bounce. Is
but Shannon Guns. I do remember Shannon Guns because I think she's big time now too, right? And what's that nerdy white kid? I forgot his name. He got a show too.
Mark Zito.
Mark fucking Zito.
Yeah,
I remember Mark Zito.
It's called What's Happening with Mark Zito. But one thing I wanted to talk about that Cavino,
bro.
I don't fucking know, Doug.
Cavino.
Lifting weights somewhere, dog. Bending fucking pans and shit, dog. Didn't he used to bend like pans and like rip phone books and shit?
I thought he bent street poles. I don't know what the fuck
he did.
Where he would just put them on his knee and he'd fucking wrap them. Is that true?
Did he really?
I don't know. I'm just full of shit.
I was like, oh shit, maybe he did. I don't fucking know, Doug. Those power lifters are fucking crazy.
He owes Steve Cavino a big shout out because fucking Cavino is the only good thing going on in that fucking show. He was horrible.
Yeah, no, I don't even remember what happened with them, dog. If they got rid of, if they didn't want to give Cavino and Rich a fucking good contract, I know for sure that motherfucker ain't on Sirius XM.
You know what's a trip though, bro? Because trip out on this. I'm kind of going off fucking tangent right here, but what about the fucking wine and fucking library with Gary V? Did you ever listen to Cavino and Rich back then when that shit would come on after? Or before?
Nuh-uh.
I think it was like Sunday. I don't know. It was a Gary fucking V. They were on Stars or Stars 2 or one of those fucking channels. And Gary V came on the weekends. It was like a wine fucking and web fucking bullshit show.
Yeah.
Before he
I know Gary V. I've heard him talk about it, but I never listened to it. I didn't even know that he was on Sirius XM with them around that time.
I follow him now, and he's great. And he's got great words of encouragement, advice, and wisdom. Love Gary V to death, but that fucking show was boring as hell, bro.
Really?
I was driving, and it was hella early in the morning. That shit would put me to sleep. I'm like, come on, Gary V. You need fuck the wine. I need some fucking Red Bull.
Dog, I used to listen to fucking like podcasts and shit, like driving to and from work.
Uh-huh.
But dog, what I've been on a fucking there's two bands that I've been on a fucking kick for lately. I've been on a fucking White Stripes fucking kick and a fucking Foo Fighters kick, right?
You want to hear something crazy?
Fun. What's up?
I can't name one song of either one of them.
Bro?
Not even a Foo Fighter.
Not even Foo Fighters?
If they ever came on, I mean, even if I recognized the song, I wouldn't know it's them.
You would probably recognize some like White Stripe shit.
I'm telling you, bro, I was a fruit strap guy, and sometimes we'd eat the paper when we chew the gum.
Like, oh, you know what? I know you definitely will recognize White Stripes. Oh, but you said you might recognize a song, but you wouldn't know it was them, right?
No. Like, even if I'm like, okay, yeah, I've heard that before in the supermarket or wherever the fucks, I wouldn't know. Oh, that's White Stripe.
That's how you have to be when you recognize it?
Like, that's White Stripe.
Oh, that's White Stripes.
That's White Stripes.
Doug, that's how you make it like, oh, like those kind of bands aren't cool, huh? You're like,
no, they're all right. No, yeah, whatever you're into is cool.
Like,
it's all right.
Oh, yeah, they're cool.
Nah, I mean, it's not my fucking, it's not my deal, but that don't mean, I mean, they sell millions of records, so somebody got to like them. They got to be having something good.
Check this shit out right here. A fucking friend of mine gave me this. So this is a fucking Sgt. Pepper album.
Oh, they got all bigotes. Look at them.
Look at Doug. All of them look like Doug.
Damn.
It looks like husky nipple right here, Doug.
That's husky and rusty nipple.
Across the board, husky nipple right here, Doug.
Yeah, those fuckers are cleaner than whatever the fucks. I don't know what I was gonna say right now, but those are some damn bigotes.
So I got the fucking Sgt. Pepper's fucking vinyl right here, Doug. If you want to fucking play it.
Who's Sgt. Pepper's?
Shut the fuck up.
For real. I mean, I know the Beatles. I see the Beatles in the background. Who's Sergeant fucking? I know Sergeant Slaughter.
What? The fucking, that's the name of the album.
Sergeant Pepper's?
Yeah. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts.
I mean, I know I'm a fucking Italiano, bro, but some of this shit, I don't know. I wasn't listening to music that fucking titled Sergeant fucking Peppers. I don't see the appeal.
You never fucking heard the like theory about fucking the real Paul McCartney dying?
No.
About the conspiracy theory about how he really died?
No, that's way past my knowledge base.
Fuck, Doug. Anybody that's listening to this shit, let us know in the fucking comments if you know about the fucking real Paul McCartney and how he was fucking killed in an automobile accident.
The gist of the theory is that after an argument during a Beatles recording session on November 9th, 1966, Paul McCartney sped off in his car only to be decapitated in an auto accident when he lost control of his vehicle.
And how they had a fucking somebody step in his place, and he's the Paul McCartney that we know to this day.
No.
Oh my good, Doug, there's so many clues on this album right here.
I believe you.
Okay.
Fuck, LSD was a motherfucker in the 60s. It looked like it was really potent back then.
Just lie to me and tell me that you're going to look into some of the conspiracy about Paul McCartney not being the real one.
Yeah, bro, I'll check it out.
Yeah, that's what's up, Doug.
I'm right on
that. You know what, Doug? That's so funny because...
what's he, Saul McCartney or what?
Oh, you know what, Doug? I wish I could fucking share some of this shit with you.
I'm just gonna share this fucking Pocky chip with you right now.
Yeah, Doug, we'll have to do that next week. But anyway, you know what? Before I start getting into my fucking my nerdy ass Beatle shit and White Stripes and fucking, because you're gonna fucking.
Was that your first car, a Beatle?
Nah. But anyway. So Baseline Trey, Al Kakui, episode number 100. We'll see you in episode number 101.
Peace.
Cause it's all about the paper. Now buckle up your seats and prepare for the journey. Let the music ease your soul, grab a spliff and start burning. Relax with us and take a trip to the heavens and come and spend a day in the 757.